All right, it is Wednesday, February 4th at 6:38 a.m. 2026. I don't even know why I bother saying that, but just for context, I guess. Anyways, Wednesday, shoulder day. I did 10, 12, and 15. The first week back, I did a 10, 12, and then I did 10, 12, 15, and now I'm going to do 12, 15, 17 and a half pounds. So, but I'm not going to do any drop sets, supersets, any extra sets or anything, and I'm not going to do any more reps. So if I do I'll do 30 or 40, I haven't decided yet. 15 to 20 reps an arm for the first 12 pounders. I'm not gonna, push myself and do a couple extra more. So this is, I think, the third week back again from another flare. But again, you want to slowly increase your weight and your reps and all that stuff because you don't want to put your self above your physical stress line, put yourself back in the hospital, or just be out of working out for a certain period of time because you overdid it one time. That's all it takes is one fucking time to overdo it, and it trashes everything. So let's get to it. It's Wednesday, shoulder day. I've been looking forward to today. I don't know why. Before shoulder day wasn't. It's weird because you hate doing a body part. It just aggravates you doing a body part sometimes, and then 6 months, a year, 2 years later, you actually love doing that body part. So it's kind of weird how that works. How you how you're not a fan of doing a specific body part at one point in time, and then it just you like it. Either you change an exercise or you do something, or you just start liking it for some reason. It happens. I've rifled through my whole body that way over the past couple of years. It's weird. So, all right. Nice shitty track lights. I gotta try to get a good shot so I can get my rear delts in there. Okay. Let's do this. Where is it? Let's fire this guy up here right now. Okay, there it is. 83 beats. Good. Again, I don't edit or use AI for anything. I want to show you everything. I don't want to cut anything out or any of that bullshit. If you want to fast forward or rewind through my videos, I don't give a shit. I want to show you everything. Not to mention, I can't stand editing and AI. Those two things are just fucking, not just because they're time consuming and you can add cool shit to your crap, it's stupid. I fucking think it's stupid as shit. Right? Editing, I don't want to edit because I want to show you everything. And then AI, I think AI is a joke. Just straight up. AI will be the death of everybody, and I think it's just a fucking joke. So, the only thing I use AI for is just to help search the engine, because that's all they're basically good for, is helping you rifle through a bunch of shit real quick. So, all right, get your eye bugs, and then whoosh the fluid from underneath your eyes. So it's again, if you have fat on your head and fat under your eyes, you're not going to get rid of the fluid under your eyes because you got to get rid of the fat under your eyes first, because that's where the fluid holds more with fat. Your lymphatic fluid loves fat. So, all right, now went to Costco and got a whole nother box of these yesterday. So let's see if the newer thing is better. Let's see. Back to normal again. I don't know if they just I don't know. Those other boxes we got, I don't know if they were just left in a hot warehouse somewhere or what, but they just had an off taste. They weren't bad because I'd be in the hospital right now. But they were just like, eesh, like sour. Like they were real sour. They weren't didn't have any sweetness to it, but it didn't taste putrid like it was rotted or anything. So all right, let's get this shit over with, huh? So start with 12 pounders. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do 15 or 20 and then drop a couple, like, do either 20 reps an arm, then do 15, then do 10 reps. I haven't decided that. I might do that, so it would be 40 and then 30 and then 20 for the front delts. Haven't decided. I'll do it as I'm doing it, basically. How do you feel before, during, and after each rep, set, exercise, and then the workout in general? All right. 12 pounders. All right. Okay, there's that. Get that there. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. I'll probably, I don't know. I don't know. I'll get to 30 and see if I can do that extra 10. If not, then I'll alter it to just go to high to 30 for all of them. So, I'm just, like I said, I'm just getting back into this weight. So, we'll see here, huh? Alright, front, then side, then rear, then front, then side, then rear, then front, then side, then rear, and I will judge when I get closer to the, into my third set if I'm going to do a capper or not at the end. So, just to bring that extra little bit of fluid in there so it can help pull out the toxins and flush out all the bad shit. Because remember, your lymphatic system is the thing that keeps your ass fucking toxin free, let's just say. Oh, it's cold in here. Brr. Said it was 17 when I first woke up, but outside. Alright. Oh, fuck, here we go. Alright. 30 we'll hit, and then if I can pop it to the 40, we'll see. So here we go. Here we go. Alright, 12 pounders. Because I already know automatically that if I do 10 an arm for the 17 and a halves, they're going to be challenging as hell. Then I'm just getting back into it. Alright, here we go. Left shoulder's been a little stiff. 2. And it was 40. So, so it was it says 131 beats, but I feel like it went higher than that. 131 beats. It's not so much the front delts that get me, like where I can't do it, because it's just it's easier I can do, and I imagine with everybody else, because the front delts get activated more than the other two, because you know how many people do lifts like this or do something to engage your rear delts throughout the day, you know what I mean? Nobody really. But your front delts, a lot of people lift their arms, you know, to reach up and grab stuff, so they're always engaging their front delts, so they're easier to work. So the 20, the rear delts will be easier just because it activates other back muscles to help out. I mean, no matter how much you focus on the rear delt, you're always going to have other muscle activation, but side delt is like the king of fucking like isolation shit. I mean, even though like you might have a little bit of your trap up here engaged as well, but I mean, it's just straight all fucking side delt when you're doing those things. And 20 is going to be when I've done these consecutively for a couple weeks, it gets easier and easier, right? But when you just jump back up to a weight, and I haven't done like the 17 and a halves like a lot, let's just say it, like for shoulders, like they're I have to do them for a good like 6 months, to like a year straight, before anywhere in between there, before I can even think about moving up to the 20 pounders, because they're the highest I've ever gotten when it comes to shoulders, because I isolate the shit out of them. I'm not one of those idiots that engages a lot of other muscles when they do that, you know. You know, like when people, you always see people, you know, will do like, you know, side delt, but they'll like, you know, bend their arm in some fashion, you know. Well, it just almost feels cheating when you do that. I don't know, it's easier to do that. And, you know, if you want to get them just that muscle, you gotta literally straighten your arm out and just isolate that side muscle. 94 beats, but I am just toasted from that one. All right. Let me do this side delt, 20 of these, which these are going to be a fucking ass smoker here. And then rear delt. So here we go, 92 beats. Holy crap. Okay, I gotta find the sun that gets me rolling here. Let's see. Alright, 20 of these, so I should be able to get all 20 in one round here without having to stop, pause, and do that, but we'll see. But again, if you can only do X amount, you know, I mean, again, it's how do you feel before, during, and after, right? You know, stop if you feel like you need to stop. Pause if you feel like you need to pause. If you think you can do a couple more, try to do a couple more. But, yeah. All right. All right. Okay, here we go. Side delt, 20 of these. It helps to have quick, fast music to really pump you up too. It really does. So I highly recommend getting some kind of fast music going. Alright, 20 hopefully. Oh, fuck. Damn, that left shoulder's stiff as hell. Oh, fuck. Here we go. No holds. Yeah. I think that was 20. Okay. Let's cut more to make sure I actually got it. Okay, that was 142 beats I saw there. 142, 143. Alright, I gotta rotate seat positions here for the rear delt. Okay, holy crap, on a stick. Okay. And that's at the 2 exercises. I should just show you after every group of sets here. So 70 active calories, just like it always is, right around 2 sets. So, alright. Okay, rear delt. These are a little easier, again, because it's really hard to, I mean, you can super isolate your rear delts, but it's like I used to do what I do now, but I used to do it straight arm, and I would like curl at the end. I would twist my arm, and it would engage just the rear delt right there. And you know, so I go up and I turn my wrists out, and I'd have to do a lot lighter weight, but it would, I noticed it was really screwing with my, like nerves in my right arm. I got, almost like a pinched nerve in my right arm when I was doing them. This was like a year ago, I think, at least, minimum. Over a year ago, I think, but you know, because when you do it and you twist out, you're really stretching the shit out of all your stuff in this arm, or both arms. But I just noticed it was even a lot lighter weight, you know, doing like the 6-pounders and stuff, which I'd literally have to drop down to like the 6 or 8 pounders to do those. 6, 7, or 8 pounds, somewhere right there. And I think the highest I got was, and my third set was the 12-pounders when I did those. But ever since I tweaked my right arm when I did that, and it was a nerve thing, like it tweaked it mildly up here, and then it did more of a tweak in the elbow here and went down. So it literally prevented me from doing a good number of exercises. So I stopped doing those. Even though they're really good isolation things, I don't want to be out of working out because I'm stupid and I was tweaked my damn arm. So, alright, I think you got me in there. Okay, right, let's do this here. 97 beats, rear delt, 20 reps, 12 pounders. Okay, I got a suck of this here. Oh, it tastes good that it tastes good. Alright, here we go. Oh, these are nut smashers. Ugh. Alright, I think you got me there. It's hard to tell with that little screen. Just a little pop of that. Don't need too much because my iron is helping me out more, so my oxygen's working better, let's just say. Okay, here we go. 20 of these. Alright. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Alright, here we go. Oh, fuck. These suck. Oh, fuck. Oh, those sucked. Those didn't feel right. Just my shoulders are just so hard to keep rolled back anymore. And then focus on keeping my my shoulders rolled back. That's a fucking pain in the ass doing that, being that my shoulders are all crunched forward and fuck. So focusing on keeping them as back as possible, and then focusing on just engaging that rear muscle is because every rep you gotta, you know, that mind muscle connection thing, you gotta like feel that muscle, feel it. All right, 15 pounders front delt, 30 reps. Okay, here we go. 15 pounders. Okay. Oh man, that really kicked my ass, oxygen wise. Okay, this seems like it's fucking. Let me okay, it's so hard to get this thing. Okay, I think I got that without chopping my head off further back. Whatever, I guess. There's like a fine line over to put the damn thing. So let me just lightly here lower my heart rate with a little bit of a walk. Oh. Okay. Okay, right after my third one, here we go. So that's the third set, and I do 9 sets, working sets basically, and then a capper or 2 at the end. So that's right where it's got to be, right where usually about 100 active calories. 20 minutes, like I said, you know, get in 2 to 3 sets per 20 minutes. You know, 15 to 25 minutes, get in 2 to 4 sets, depending on what exercise it is and how fast you can complete it, and well, more importantly, how fast you can recover from each one. That's the trick right there. Is you know, you're letting your muscle recover, which is the reason why I like doing the front side rear. Because when I did the front side rear, it was it was letting my front recover after each time, like my side and my rear I feel like I wasn't getting each set afterwards. You know, like the second and third set was kind of lacking because I just did 1 to 2 sets of it on that muscle. It's rotating was way better. Let's just put it that way. All right, 98 beats. Let me sit down, set up, and then do it. So, and 30 reps with the 15, so it'd be 15 an arm, and then drop to the 17 and a halves, and then 10 reps an arm. All right, let's do this so I can get the fuck out of here, huh? Okay. I give myself a second here to recover a little more. I don't know, just today I feel a little beat up. Like I was around sick people, you could say. You know, like it seemed like my nephew had a cold, and then out at the stores, and I was out at the medical facilities all last week and stuff, and so it feels like my body, like I'm not sick, but it feels like my body's like working to prevent me from getting something, so to speak. So I'm just like a little bit more beat than normal. So it's not so much an oxygen problem, it's just like I feel like drained, you know, like when you get sick, you get that like weak feeling, you know. I'm not sick, as you can see. I'm not snarking and popping and, you know, sneezing and coughing and all that shit, but, you know, because you get varying degrees of your body fighting off certain things. So you can get like partially sick, you know, there's like 5 degrees, no, 3 to 5. Like you can be healthy, and I could say then there's another degree where you can get like you're fighting something, so you're just a little weaker, but you don't show a lot of symptoms. And then there's another thing where you show a little bit of symptoms and a little bit more weaker, and then it goes on to full blown snarking and popping, and, you know, Kleenex box, you know, blanket laying in your couch or chair type of shit. All right, here we go. Let's here we go. 30 of these. I'm a little more drained than normal, let's just put it that way. All right, 24, that's 6 more. Holy crap. Wow. 6 more. Speed up the pace a little bit. And oh, okay. Okay. So again, if you gotta pause, stop, you know, but it's always worth trying a little more just to try to get a little bit more out of the workout. You know, if you've worked out long enough and stuff and have a diet that's good and fairly, you know, even, you can tell how your body feels from day to day, what parts you feel different, not different. So you can adjust stuff as you go, you know. So, but again, you know, pushing yourself just a little bit more, you know, forces your body to do the work it is required to, because that's what it's all about. Is it's like resilience to stuff too, you know. So, so working out's great, and staying on the safe side is great. Exercise ring closed. Yes, thank you. Staying on the safe side and, you know, just doing a even keel, you know. But if you're not challenging yourself a little bit here and there, it's you know, you're not gonna move up in weights or move up in reps in any way to get a better workout for yourself, but you're not gonna challenge your body to, you know, fix itself from certain things. Like I said before, like how when I go to the hospital, I feel like I recover a lot better from exercising and a good diet than I used to with a bad diet, no exercise. Which you will regardless just doing an exercise, but you got to challenge yourself a little bit, you know. Otherwise, what's life, you know, all about is, you know, altering stuff and seeing, you know, pushing yourself how far you can go. I'm saying mildly pushing yourself. I'm not saying throw yourself into the deep end and grab the 30 pounders, you know, and smoke your muscles. All right, let me get a drink and then I will do the side delt. Man, I am toasted today. It's like my body is fighting something, it feels like. So that's why I'm keeping my reps, you know, even. I'm not pushing myself over the amount of reps I normally do. So it's 15 reps on these. These are the hard ones, the side delts. So, you know, if I just do 10 and pause and then do another 5, again, I'm still getting it in. It's always good to, if you pause, it's always good to wait for your heart on the downswing so it drops a good 10, 12 beats, and then doing it again, because then you have more stamina, more oxygen, and your body's a little more covered to do those extra 5 or 6 or 7 that you need to do to complete your set. But yeah, I'm not cheating or anything in any way. You're completing the amount of reps you do, but you're not beating the shit out of yourself, you know what I mean? So that little bit of a, you know, 10, 15 second pause there. Man, it really feels like my body is fighting something. It's weird. Like I said, when you start seeing trends in your body and stuff, because I got like 6 hours and 17 minutes of sleep or something last night. So generally that's like on the good side for me. And when it was a restful sleep, that's not the problem. It just feels like, you know, something else inside of me is fighting something else, you know, like warding off a possible cold or something. All right. Okay, let's side delt it up. 97 beats. Oh, I got a burp and I can't. Hate when that happens. All right, here we go. Enough of the yawning shit. Alright. Oh man. Okay, here we go. 15. Side delt. 96 beats. Ah! Come on, plus through this. Yeah. That was 9, 6 more. Okay. Wow. Yeah, my body's definitely working on something else. $144 beats, 145 beats. So everything's going as planned. It's just my body is just like, it definitely feels like some resources are being diverted to something else. Because everything's normal, the way everything, my diet, my sleep, my recovery, I mean, everything is the same as it usually is. It's just, I feel like there's like my body is pushing shit elsewhere right now. So, which is fine. I mean, and even though you think that, oh well, if it's diverting resources for, you know, fighting something in my body, well, you know, you should stop and rest. But I've gone through this many times over the past handful of years, and 5, 6, whatever money years I was doing this, and consistently, this has happened a bunch in the past, right? So it's just a matter of, and you think, well, if I'm taxing my body here, then I might put myself over the line of, you know, physical stress because my body's working on something else, and then I'm pushing myself in, you know, but every time I've done this in the past, my body gets over the fighting of whatever it is quicker, and I never really get the cold, so to speak, or the flu, or whatever it's working on, and I always, knock on wood, I always recover, you know, normally. It just, after a couple days, it's usually gone. So, and maybe it would have been smart to keep the lower weight like I had last week, the 10, 12, and 15, but I don't know, it's no big deal. I'm just having to do that extra pause on my last handful of them. So the 17.5s and the side delts are really gonna whoop my ass, let me tell you that right now. All right, let me walk my heart down a little bit here, and then do my rear delts. But this is a perfect example of why you shouldn't take off exercising just because you feel a little bit, you know, a little bit beat up before you come in here. So it's no reason to, you know, put off the workout. Because if you put off the workout for every little tweak and boom and bang and hiccup inside you, then, well, it's, you know, most people wouldn't, you know, your consistency would lag big time. And that's the point of people that, you know, do it and want to continually do it, you know, consecutively and consistently to reap the benefits of it, you know. And you can take other things, you know, like up your vitamin C, D, you know, up your vitamins to, you know, take a little bit extra of the, you know, and zincs and, you know, and selenium, take a little extra of that stuff to power through the crap, you know. So I already take a decent amount of all those every day, so that's the reason why it's, I never really get sick, right? I never really get the cold and the flu. The last cold I had was COVID, and I got it in 2001 or two, no, one. When I got my teeth put in, when they did the surgery, because they basically have to like fillet your gums wide open and then shave your bone down so they can put the posts in. So I had like 3 to 5 people with their hands in my mouth fucking around with all that shit with my wide open filleted gums. So that's the reason why I got COVID that time, because they had a direct line into my bloodstream, you know. But getting illness off of touching something or whatever, I don't get that shit. It's been anywhere from 3 to 5 years. 4 to 5 years. I don't know exactly when I got this surgery. I can't remember if it was 2001 or no, it was 2002. It was the beginning of 2002. So it was right around 4 years or something like that. And I probably wouldn't have gotten sick if I didn't have all my, you know, my gums flayed open like a catfish, you know. So I shut up and rear delt. Here we go. Let's get this shit over with, huh? So then I'll have one set or round of sets left. And then, yeah, here we go. Let's pound this bitch out here. Ah! Okay, here we go. 15. Get this fucker over with here. Ball smasher. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Alright, 15. Let's pound all these fuckers out without stopping, huh? Oh, this is a pain in the ass. Oh, shoulders. Why you can't act normal, huh? Oh wow, let's fucking whoop my ass. Holy shit. Damn. What the hell, man? How you feeling this? Fuck. Alright, last round. Let me put these away, get the 17.5s out, and show you my stats for the first 2 rounds. There it is. Okay. Oh man. Alright, 15 pounders are done. These 17.5 nightmare motherfuckers. Might not seem like a lot of weight, but when you're working doinky little string muscles on your on your arms with those fuckers, it's a kick in the fucking crotch is what it is. Feels like it's holy mother. Okay, damn, that tastes good. Back to normal. Okay, here's my excuse me. So 23 minutes, 203 active calories. See, I had another 100 per round of sets, so it'll basically be what, around 300 when I end. So, and as you can see, it's a little higher than normal, the active calories, because I think it's also taken into consideration my body working a little harder because it's fighting off something cold or some fucking type of bacteria or some shit. So so one round of sets left, thank God, and there I am. So I'm roughly 4 to 5 minutes over my 20 minutes group of sets there. So, but I'm taking just a smidge longer each time because my body's taking that extra, you know. I'm just like drained. Like, you know, you can feel it's definitely working on something else on top of, you know, helping with the workout and stuff. But so that's how your body does it. You know, it allocates resources for, you know, doing something over here. When you're doing something over here, you have this much shit to allocate places. So, you know, my workout takes this much, right? And then whatever it's like fighting off or allocating resources for other here. So then I just got just a little bit left over just to, you know, move around, so to speak, right? Because you know, you have that red line for how much physical stress, and then you got your black line where your body just wants to shut down, and you know, you should never punch over that line because it'll, you know, force you to not work out because, you know, something can happen, you know, but inside you, body-wise, muscle, tendon, whatever-wise. Or if you're chronically ill like me, it'll put you in a motherfucking hospital. So you can punch the red line every once in a while. You just can't go over that black line because, and you can feel, like I said, the more and more you exercise, first clean diet's good because you can rule out bad diet shit, right? Eating your fucking bullshit. And so then once you rule one thing out, then all you have to do is pay attention then to, you know, physically what's going on, like what your body is dealing with other than your normal routine stuff. Okay, let's see, 97 beats. Let's do this. Front delt 17.5, and these are 20 reps. And I already know right off the bat I'm not going to get 20 reps straight out, so I'll do all the time was told me in the past I can get to like 12 to 14, pause, do my 6 to 8 left at the end, right? So we'll do that like I always do, being that my body is punching something else down right now. It's I am that much more down in energy and resources to complete, you know, I'm not running around here grunting and growling and screaming like I normally do. Which I wish I was running around grunting and growling and screaming like I normally do, because I love having that extra energy reserves to, well, grunt, growl, and scream, you know. But now that extra energy reserves is being allocated somewhere else, I have no energy to grunt, growl, and scream like I normally do. Anyways, shut up, workout. All right. Front delt 20, 17.5. Here we go. Put on some music here. Let's see. Let's get some. Come on. Go, 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 bitch. Okay. Wow. All right. yes, going into medical facilities, you're fully at risk from picking up all kinds of motherfucking shit. So, you know, I generally don't, you know, but I try to minimize by fixing my body and keeping it as good as possible outside the places. So when I have to enter those nightmares, my body has the resources to battle that shit. Alright, okay, here we go. Man, I'm not looking forward to this. Here we go. Okay, son of a bitch, I am just toasted here. Front delt 20. Okay. Last group of sets. Oh my god. And it's all, of course, it's a heavy one. Oh, fuck. Oh, tailbone. Why you gotta treat me so wrong, buddy? Say 14. Pause. Wait on the downswing to hit the last 6. Pick up the speed, the pace a little bit on each set, each rep, so I can accomplish it. Keep the low and slow, but speed up the force on the upswing. Holy shit. All right. Holy mother bitch. Okay, that was 43 beat, 143 beats. 143. 143. Thank you, Fridge. So, 2 sets left. Possibly a capper. I don't know at this point, being that I'm just roasted inside. These fucking side delts are gonna they're gonna toast me. Just fucking 17 and a halves. You might as well just have the muscle pop off my arm, run around howling and barking. Oh my god. Whoa. Okay. But all in all, I'm making good time. So it's 51 minutes, 30 seconds. I don't know what that is, but it's probably right around a little under an hour maybe, so, which is good. I'm right on target, kinda, you know. It's give or take a couple minutes, all pending on how, you know, how fucking smoked I am. Oh, but that's, again, not a reason to not work out, right? I mean, not working out is just stupid. Just fucking work out, for God's sake. Work out. God damn it. Look at me. If I can do this shit, anybody on the motherfucking planet can do this. I mean, look at my fucking back, right? I have to heavily modify all my exercises just to fucking do this shit. Right? Most of you people have normal fucking backs, which makes it super easy to exercise. You might be little or a lot overweight, but again, the workout will it melts it off, I'm telling you. Focus on exercising for your health and the muscle building. You get a little bit of muscle, which is good, and you get a lot of fat loss. The more you exercise, the more fat Because look, if you exercise consecutively for a year, you will either be down fatless or pretty much fucking at your target weight or under your target weight. But the whole key is consistency and diet and consistency. Continually coming in here and working out, but not beating the shit out of yourself to where you got to take time off because you injured yourself or you worked your muscle too hard to where you can't move your fucking arm or leg, you know, for a week or two. You know, don't do that bullshit, right? Start light. If you've never worked out a day in your life, if you start out light, you will not be fucking super sore that next day or that next week. You will able to compete. You are able to complete your next day exercise just as easy as you did your first day. And yes, the first week of starting up, you are sore, and you probably will be sore the second week too from that first week. But there's no reason to not do it. I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe I'm the idiot and don't understand why people don't do this. I don't get it. Sometimes I feel like I'm the idiot, you know, and everyone else is the big fat slob, and why am I not the big fat slob, right? Am I missing something? Is what? I don't get it. I don't understand why you'd want to be just a big mass of blah, 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 blah. Like, I got to 241 pounds at my highest, the fat, not muscle, 241. And I realized I was sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and I realized stuff was hanging over the side of the toilet seat. Right then, boo, I was like, no way, this is stupid. I could barely turn around and wipe my own ass because not just my back is fused and I can't do shit, but the fat was also adding to the preventing me from wiping my own ass. So I was like, can't do that. Nope. So why haven't anybody else came to that same epiphany? I don't understand. They just keep getting bigger. You see some, like people at my medical places I go to all the time for checkups and shit. I go there and see somebody, oh, they look decent. Next time I come a month later, they look a little fatter. Go another month later, they look a little fatter. Pretty soon, by the end of like that year, they're just like a big blah, 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 blah. What? Like I said, am I the idiot? Am I not getting something? All right, side delt. Let's kick my own ass again here. I need a little extra oxygen for that one. Here we go. Side delt. All right. 100 beats, 99-ish, 95. Okay, here we go. These are gonna whoop my ass real bad. Need a good grip on these pigs. Oh my God. These are gonna be shafty as hell. Oh my God. If I can even get 5 of these right out the box. Yeah. Wow, 6. 4 more. I don't know how I'm gonna do them, but I'm gonna do them. Oh my God. Ah! Hard on the downswing. Speed it up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I was gonna do 1 or 2 more, but nope. Know your limit. Wow, those were, oh my God. Ah. 1 more, 1 and done, 1 set left, thank God. And then possibly a capper at the end, but we'll see. Oh my God, my back's killing me. That's the other thing. I woke up with my back screaming today. And I went to bed with it screaming too. So I got an extra added ass kicker. Ever since I got that bag of iron, my back's been killing me more. Like when I first started getting bags of iron, 1,000 milligram bags of iron infused in me, it would hurt my back. I don't know the exact mechanisms why, but it would hurt my back. Like it would kind of make my ankylosing spondylitis flare a little. It felt like well, quite a bit, and then it stopped hurting when I get a bag of iron. So I got a couple bags of iron. It hurt, and then I got a handful more, quite a bit more. Didn't hurt with those, and now all of a sudden, this last bag, it started hurting again. It revved up to where it did before. So still trying to figure out what the mechanism behind that whole fucking thing is, but all I know is it's something's fucking up. And something is you know, I don't know what it is. So my diet's pretty much on lockdown. My exercise stuff is pretty much on lockdown. My supplements, I don't know what else it could be, because I've been doing all these supplements and diets long enough to where I know how they make me feel, you know. So, but oh my god, if you see that, like the bump sticking out like around here, you know, like there's this thing right in here that sticks out like right at that point, and then a little above that point, right as it's going around. That's like where it's almost like, because when you have a flare in your ankylosing spondylitis, that's where that's what a flare is. When you have fusing, when your vertebrae are fusing, that's what a flare is in ankylosing spondylitis. So where it's most painful is where it's fusing at that point. Maybe that's what's going on, but I don't know why the bag of iron activates it. I don't know. Maybe iron is what's involved with, I don't know, with a flare, with more fusing. So the more iron I have, the more it fuses. So maybe that's the reason why I'm out of iron all the time, is because that's what my body needs to fuse more, is iron. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's using the iron to, you know, weld my vertebrae together, but it's almost like it feels like it's a mechanism that, you know, adds to or is the main cause of, you know, I don't know. Because there was a point in time where I was healthy for the most part, and I was anemic or didn't have iron issues, right? But now it's full on, you know, the medical industry says I have a acute chronic blood loss anemia, to where I lose iron from dumping it out of my body. Well, there's a lot of times I'm not dumping it out of my body, yet I'm low. So, you know, hello, you know, you people stupid. So, and that's why you can't rely on the medical industry. You got to figure this stuff out on your own, right? Even though you have no tools at your disposal like they do, you know. So that's why you have to tell them what you want, right? Do your own shit and tell them what you want. Don't just say, yes sir, do this to me, you dumbass. They're just fancy salesmen for drug companies, if you haven't realized that yet. Alright, last set, let's do this shit. One and done. Set 9. Okay, let me suck a little of this bitch and then hit it. Back to normal, baby. What the hell's going on here? Come on, go back, son bitch. Okay. Alright. Okay. Set 9. I can't believe I made it this far. I'm so, like, trashed. Alright, 10 of these like the other ones, and I am gonna just ram this fucker home. So I really don't know if I'm gonna do a capper, because my fucking line is like rubbing the line here. But maybe I'll grab the 3-pounders. That's might what I do.
instead of grabbing the 5-pounders and doing the cappers, I'll do the 3-pounders just so I can get that extra fluid moving. Okay. Alright, 99 to 101 beats. Crank the music and go. Oh, fuck me, here we go. Ah! Oh, ball smasher. Ugh. Son of a bitch. Ugh. Alright. 10 of these straight. Fuck stopping. Oh my god. Ah! Oh fuck, fuck, fuck. Done. $141 beats. Oh man, he's felt like, whew. Okay. Capper. Let me adjust this so I get the capper. Okay. Hour, 8 minutes there. Let me show you my stats here after I move this bitch. Okay. One more, but a non-working set. It's a fluid moving set. Ah, they're there. Okay. Doesn't say 3-pounders, but 3 pounds. These stupid little rubber. These motherfuckers are literally like fucking 30 years old or some shit. They're like fucking old. They're probably even like 40. They're probably older than me. Yo, those are like the first weights I've ever owned. Or not owned, but got. Okay, but it's all about fluid movement, so here we go. Let me show you my stats for all my working sets. 66, 33 minutes, 318 active calories, 115 beats, 8 through 18, boom, boom, boom. 109 on the clock up top, so hour 9. So let me do these real fast. Let me do a quick walk my heart down here, and then I'll pound those out and get the fuck out. The sun looks gorgeous, as always. Alright. Drop the heart, one more set, and get the fuck out. Oh man. It definitely wasn't my best workout I've gotten, but it was good. So I will chalk that up to like shitty workout, good workout, excellent workout, and it's probably a pinch above good. It's probably about right there. So I'll take it. Anything good and above, hell, yeah, even anything shitty and above is good, because you're actually getting in here and moving your fluid, removing toxins. And yes, for most of you people, losing a little fat and gaining a little muscle. Health, in the middle, health. those things just are natural benefits of exercising. If you do it for either one of these, like I said a million times before, you're never going to continually do it because you're never going to see the results you want after a month. Hell, most of you people after a week. You can't grab a couple dumbbells and swing them around for like 2 weeks and assume you're going to drop a bunch of weight. You know, the first 5, 7, 8 pounds you lose, you know, after that first like 2 weeks is just more or less just mostly water, right? Which you people probably aren't even cycling the water by intaking the correct amount of water daily to replace the water you got to cycle it. You got to cycle the fluid in your body. Rip it out of you with the toxins, with the exercise, replenish it throughout the rest of the day with your, you know, 10 ounces a day or whatever, 10 ounce glasses a day or whatever it is. Those ball jar things, you know, with the handle, they're like around 20 ounces. That's what I drink out of. I drink, depending if I work out or not, I drink 4 to 6 of those a day. If I don't work out, 4 to 5. If I work out, 5 to 6, right? Depending on how much I move. If I'm moving a little more that day, I'll drink 6 or even a little more sometimes. Okay, 100 beats. Let's do the capper and be done. Here we go. Okay, I like to call these squared or cubed. Squared, cubed. This is like basically doing those stupid battle ropes, but 3 times. You're doing the front delts, you're gonna do the side delts, and then you're gonna do the rear delts. Do not clank the weights together during any of them, or don't hit the weights to your body in any way. So I'll be doing 20 an arm on each one of them, right? So 20, so 40 of these, 20 of these, and then 20 of these. So get the last little bit of fluid cycling through the 3 heads on your shoulder. So here we go. Oh, for God's sake. Work with me, buddy. Alright, hard on the downswing, do the side delt. So I'm at 128 beats, 133. Right when it pops back down, do my side. So when it gets into the 120s, 123 beats, here we go, side delt. Hard on the downswing, do rears. I'm at 138 beats. $135, wait till it drops into the 120s. 129, here we go, rear delt. Mover ring closed. Thank you. All right. All right. And I am done. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me show you my shit and get the fuck out. Hour 15 on that bitch, and I've obviously went a fair amount over than I normally do because of how drained I feel today. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Hour 16 on that. Beautiful. So here, oh, you bastard. Okay, here is my stats for Wednesday shoulder day. And physical stress level is a little higher than normal because my body is working through something. I have no idea what. But I managed to work my way through it. So even heavier weight than I did last week. Anyways, Wednesday shoulder day. So there I am, 7:55 in the morning, which is basically give or take right around normal time I end, between 7:50 and like 8:10ish. So 358 active calories. That's very good for shoulder day. That's more than I usually get because I took a little extra time doing it because of the way my body's feeling right now. And see, that's a little bit longer than I normally do. So about 75-ish minutes. So that is Wednesday shoulder day. Wednesday shoulder day. So 359 active calories, 75-ish minutes. Wednesday shoulder day. Easy. Almost fucking tripped. That would have sucked. Bang my head on God knows what. Anyways, alright, that was Wednesday shoulder day. Tomorrow's Thursday leg day. Hopefully I don't feel as drained tomorrow because legs tax even more being that they're bigger muscles you're working. And then Friday is back day and then the weekend off. So I'm just gonna end it real quick today. No real talking. I talked enough throughout the whole fucking workout. So anyways, that was Wednesday shoulder day. I hope everybody has a fantastic Wednesday, a safe and healthy Wednesday. Healthy Wednesday. So put down that candy bar muffin and grab something. Grab a fucking carrot or something, for God's sake. Or a piece of cheese. Anyways, other than that, everybody have a fantastic Wednesday. And peace and love to all.